The aim of this video is to see whether Oxford has a sense of place. I will be referring to theories and methods from Gordon Cullen's book, Concise Townscape. The route starts on the High Street outside Queen's College. Then I go down Queen's Lane and join up with the new College Lane, under the Hertford Bridge and turning left onto Castle Street into Radcliffe Square. From there I go past University Church and join onto the High Street, and then turn right into the Covered Market. After exiting the Covered Market, I walk to the end of the High Street and then turn on to St Aldgates and take the first left into Blue Boar Street. Finally, I take Wheatsheaf Yard to take me back to the High Street and finish my route. Along this route, I'll be looking at the different emotional effects created by the juxtaposition of the physical elements in Oxford. One of the first grand vista buildings that one comes to when entering Oxford Centre along the High Street is Queen's College. The qualities and characteristics of this building are typical of Oxford, and one would recognise that they are entering a place of great historical value and knowledge. Walking down Queen's Lane, one can't help notice the large facade of Queen's College on the left. The metal barred windows define the public and private spaces. The narrowing of the road focuses our eyes down towards the church. The deflection of the church creates a secondary space that we can't see but we know must be there. The sharp corners created by the deflection of the buildings creates an anticipation of what is to come. The dramatic layered silhouettes of buildings of varying characters creates a serial vision of a city with changing experiences. Entering New College Lane, one's eyes are immediately drawn to the sharp corner at the end of the lane, creating anticipation. The house at the end of the lane shows contrasting architecture that can be described as Englishness, as although the materials used are different, the height and the grandness of the buildings are similar. Coming round the corner, the eyes are drawn to Hertford Bridge. This incident breaks up the view of the street and creates surprise. Looking down towards the bridge, there is a sense of here-ness and there-ness created by the drama of the closed vistas and the deflection of the buildings in the distance. Walking under the bridge, the sudden appearance of the sky generates shock and drama. Looking to the right, a small dark alleyway creates mystery. Entering Kate Street, the open functional space creates its own theatre which is surrounded by the grand vistas. The unfolding detail of the imposing buildings looking down the street arises the thought of what might be there and creates a here-ness and there-ness. The large black gates and the grand vistas of the Bodleian Library, Clarendon Building and the Sheldonian Theatre segment the enclosed area from the public road. Coming into Radcliffe Square, one's eyes are drawn immediately to the imposing symmetry of the magnificent neoclassical Radcliffe camera. Walking down St Mary's Passage past University Church, made of Oxford sandstone, one's eyes are pulled to the contrasting lilac-painted shop buildings beyond the traditional lamppost, enticing the walker to explore. Turning off the High Street and into the enclosed space of the Covered Market, one can feel a change in character and experience. The low roof of the market elevates the spirit more than an open market would, and creates a drama and excitement for walkers. Walking down Blue Boar Street, one stumbles across contrasting architectural styles. The new modernist development on the right is lacking the qualities that are expected in central Oxford. This makes them stand out and takes one's attention away from the intricacy of the Museum of Oxford's facade. The final leg of this route is walking up Wheatsheaf Yard to join back up with the High Street. The narrow street and towering buildings either side create a funnel which draws the walker down and encourages one to explore the unknown. In conclusion, I do believe that Oxford does have a sense of place, as being able to walk between these great architectural buildings make it seem that Oxford has a life of its own, and one that you can only find among its historical streets.